What's up, guys? This is 3X and welcome to 3X Gaming. This will be my new official gaming channel that will deal with all the games in my collection that don't have to do with pro wrestling. And this, as you can see, is the new Devil May Cry reboot that released last week. I'm actually playing the game on the Nephilim difficulty, which is the, I guess you could say, hard mode, or sort of hard mode. After you beat the Devil May Cry difficulty, which would be either human devil hunter, excuse me, or Nephilim, you unlock the Son of Sparta mode, which is really hardcore, let me tell you. I've tried that mode already, and I plan on doing a couple of stage playthroughs on that level, just to give you an idea of how more difficult it is than the regular game. But I wanted to start off here just by showing you some true action and some of the combo capabilities that you can pull off with all of the weapons that you have available that you unlock through the course of the game. Here we have some aerial combat, surface to air, ground, and all that special stuff. I wanted to take a little bit of time out to talk about the game itself, and obviously there's a whole lot of mixed emotions revolving the reboot of Devil May Cry. Some people like it, some people love it, some people despise it. And I don't really understand why people don't like the game, or how people could not like this game, because I'm playing it and it feels like Devil May Cry. I mean, it has the same feel to it that the original games had, with the combination of action and style and pulling off combos, and the storyline. I mean, the plot that they gave the game is good. It's pretty good, actually, surprisingly, I'd say, in my honest opinion, that it's a lot better than the original Devil May Cry storyline was. And that's a pretty bold statement to make, but this is a lot more cinematic, and that says a lot to me. You know, when you're playing a game and it feels like a movie more than it does a game, then you know that the storyline and the execution of the storyline is pretty damn good. And I mean, everything about the plot and the story of this is pretty damn good. The voice acting is good. The sequences, the cutscenes, very good. I mean, I really don't see how anybody could have any kind of problem with this, aside from those die-hard fanboys who just can't be convinced of any kind of change that might happen in a game series that they like. I kind of put that in the same category as, say, Saints Row the Third, and how so many people had so much of a problem with all the things that they changed in the game. It doesn't really take anything away from the game itself, to be completely honest with you. In fact, it just creates a new experience with a lot of familiarity to it from the old games, and that's exactly what you get out of this one here. In my opinion, this is the new Devil May Cry, and it plays just as well as the old Devil May Cry. As a matter of fact, it plays a whole lot better than some of the sequels to the Devil May Cry original quadrilogy, if you will. And bold statements from me, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I like this game, and I'm going to support it all the way. You can obviously see that by the fact that Dante's not looking the same way that he does, that you see in other playthroughs. That's because I got the costume pack, which was the first DLC that released earlier this week, which gives you 4 new costumes to use for Dante. One of which is actually a throwback to the original Dante look from the original Devil May Cry, which is kind of ironic considering the fact that you have this little parody cutscene here where you have Dante in the signature white emo hair, and he says that he would never look like that in a million years, as you see there. And they have a costume where he has that exact same hair. Or maybe not exact, but pretty damn close. So that little homage there is, it was clever, but for those diehards out there who still want to have Dante looking exactly the way that he always did, you have that option if you get the costume pack. And this costume that I have him wearing right now is called Neo Dante, which is my personal favorite out of all of them. He looks really, really slick. And he's got the red hand wraps. That's a nice touch. And also a nice touch, I don't know if you see them with the quality of the video, but my man's rocking some Chuck Taylors. That's pretty awesome right there. And here we have the Devil Hunter, the first boss, going into Bankai mode. I'm pretty sure somebody on the development team must have watched Bleach and must have liked Kaname Tosen's Bankai, where he goes into this shadow world here, because that's exactly what that little sequence there reminded me of. So yeah, a little bit more into what it is that you can expect out of this channel. I'm going to be doing things a whole lot different from any other gaming channels you probably subscribed to. Everybody does let's play walkthroughs and so on and so forth, and everybody's playing the same games. So you got iJustine playing Far Cry, you got the Buskers playing Far Cry, you got Olga K playing Far Cry, and everybody else in between just playing the same games. We're not gonna do that here. What I'm gonna be doing on this channel is basically exactly what it is that you see right now, which is just game playthroughs, showing off combos, skills, just really cutting out all of the cutscenes if possible, and just focusing right on the gameplay itself, along with any commentary that I might have of anything that I might want to talk about, game related or otherwise. And yeah, you're gonna see a whole lot of other games aside from Devil May Cry. Here I got Transformers, I got Battlefield 3 I'll probably do some videos on. Some older games too. Don't expect just new games. This is a gaming channel. It's not a new game channel. It's games, period. And a couple of new games also. Obviously, there'll be some that I will want to get my hands on in the very near future. Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires is definitely one on my list, as is Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. I'm looking forward to that one, because it's made from the same folks that are responsible for the Bayonetta games. And hopefully Bayonetta 2 itself gets released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I think that's probably just a matter of time here. And this part right here is just real bullshit, because it was just him or me. And unfortunately I got kind of careless, didn't even notice how little energy I had left on my bar, because I got so into the combat itself that I wound up getting whacked by his Bankai mode again and had to use a gold orb to finish the job. I think that probably ruined my score too, because I was doing really good right up until that point. Here he is, almost a completely depleted life gauge. And I finish him off in grand fashion using Devil Trigger. So then we see the final score here, the final tally. I wound up getting a double S, which is pretty damn good. Obviously, triple S would be the best that you can do, but like I said, I think the death kind of did me in on that. Already unlocked everything. But yeah, pretty good run altogether. So that's gonna do it for this playthrough. I'll put up the second stage in a little bit, or maybe later on, but in the meantime, I'm out.